window. Bear with. Bear with as we swap around between screens because of the way OBS is refusing to pick up this window. We'll just double check that it actually is working on stream before I go any further. Yes, it is! Dwarf Fortress! With actual, somewhat decent graphics in the title screen. How are you all doing? Oh dear. So I have generated 3 worlds, and I have played Dwarf Fortress! And I have played, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours of this game. And a lot of that was the intro and sort of setting up and whatever else. But, you know, that stuff will work out now. I will say, I like the look of it. The UI is going to be fine once I get used to it, but all of my commands, all of my shortcuts, all of my doing things endlessly tapping and just getting used to the interface of old Dwarf Fortress, yeah, that's going to take me a long while to get out of the habit of doing, because some of these shortcuts do not work anymore. But they are sort of ingrained in my many, many years of playing this. Nevertheless, let us start a game in an existing world. We have generated the Portentous Planet, which I thought was going to be 2.14, but apparently I didn't actually save that, so it saved my other changes, which is all that really matters. So we have a world with 250 years of history that we are going to start in. The only other thing I've done with this world is made a number of volcanoes, because given absolutely no ideas about what I'm going to do, which means unintuitive. Absolutely, yeah. That's what I mean. It's the intuitively unintuitive controls. Which, again, is not the way I would normally do things. There are probably ways I can do things faster, but I don't know what those are yet. So, hurrah. Also, yeah, at one point, I never played Adventurer, even on this channel at all. I don't think I've played it very much anyway. We could look through the legends of this world, and we might do that for fun later. But for now, let's build a fortress. Again, no specific plans on what I'm building towards or any kind of things, so I think we're going to go with our standard default. Build an entrance on top of a volcano, and see what happens. Also, this is the cost of UI. This bit's taking a while. We're going to skip the tutorial, even though we might regret that. I mean, that'd be one way I could learn everything properly. But hey. So this is the world. And it looks pretty nice. You will notice there are a number of volcanoes, because I set this up with about 10 of them. Because again, if we have a default plan, just build on top of a volcano and see what happens here. So, hostile goblins, there's a humans thing about half a day's travel. But lots and lots of lava-y stuff. However, I think this one might be okay, except that there's only silver and copper. Silver and copper, no actual soil or anything here. Let's actually go into detail here. Can we actually... No, that's not doable. Zoom back out. So we're not doing anything on that volcano. There's a forest volcano, though. Iron, gold, silver, tin, copper, some clay, some soil. Elves, humans, and goblins nearby. And right next to an elven forest retreat. Do we want to basically set up in the elves' backyard? I'm not sure about that necessarily. Dark Human Fortress. For the Chance Take, which I definitely read as Cheesecake Monastery. Wow, the elves are just everywhere. Sorry, I've got to readjust my things, bear with. I mean, to be fair, yeah. I know almost enough about this game to know exactly how much I don't know. I honestly have no idea. From what I've gathered, it is mostly a UI update, but and based on the last 4705 mod. But There might have been some adjustments. I've not really paid much attention to it. As I say, I only got gifted the game yesterday. I should really right-click out and zoom things out from there. There's also this one here, right next to a human fort. A volcano on a light aquifer, although not if we do that. I mean, it could be fun to go here, I suppose. We got some reasonable stuff here. Hot, woodland. Surroundings are calm, which is always a plus. But, you know, untamed wilds. Actually, how bad is the area here? Calm as well. Those are our two. Those two are stuck in the mountains, so we can't do much with that. This one's in a terrifying location. I think we have to give this one a miss. As fun as it would be to have the zombie volcano thing, not sure that's necessarily our play for the time being. Yeah. Or you go in the middle of the ocean. On a huge aquifered saltwater swamp. Sounds like a plan. Honestly, this is looking like our contender here. Yeah, we cannot progress in there. Alright, that's fine. Let's not waste too much more time. Let's actually go set up. Let's embark and let's put ourselves... Yeah, no significant difference as far as I can see. We'll put ourselves there. Light aquifer. Water might need to be pumped out or carried away. I'm sure we'll be fine. I mean, volcano, lava thing. So this is one slight thing here. We have ways to adjust it. We can go into sort of a SimCity mode, but that's no fun. We can make the economy harder if we really want to. And there's various other settings I think we can make on here, which is regarding Mega Beast invasions and various other things. All of these were adjustable with Lazy Noob Pack and other things, but yeah, we're quite happy with all of the default settings here for now. I would say that some of the defaults do appear to be on easy mode, just in terms of noticing. By default, making a custom world, they had the mineral quality really, really high in terms of how much of it you like to find. So I turned that down to what I believe was the default, but we'll see how much that affects us in a moment. Anyway, let's prepare for the journey carefully. And we will get ourselves set up with some dwarves. Let's view this one. Actually, we can adjust you here. Okay, did that not type any of that? Apparently I can't name you. Okay. But you have been well. Hold on, is there a way to do this? Hold on. If I lose some customization, this game is automatically failed. Yeah, surely let me do that. Hold on. Numbers, can't type in there. I don't have anything on that's doing that, do I? Nope. Okay, well I seem unable to actually name this person. Or change anything there. Unless it's really just being weird on me. No, that's fine. Oh, that's disappointing. Alright, there probably is a way to do this, but it's either slightly bugged or it's not working for me right now, or I do it somewhere else, which is always possible. So, okay, let's do some skills. So, Dwarf 1, we're going to build our general do-everything dwarf, by which I mean mining and then pretty much entirely the other bits of record keeping, organizing, appraisal, negotiator, and judge of intent. Again, broker dwarf, manager dwarf, miner dwarf. Okay. It's useful to have a second miner, but this one doesn't have to be as good, so we'll just have a novice. And we'll work out what skills we need a little further down the line. One thing we will do. I'm also noticing this hasn't got a points allocation to it. I'm barely certain it's supposed to, actually. Let's just confirm something here. 3 points of woodcutters. Nope. Skills don't cost points anymore in this version. I mean, that makes the game really a lot easier. But, okay. We'll think about that in a moment. Alright, we might as well go spend our points then. Always a good idea to go to 11 on most things. Largely get the extra bag, if nothing else. I don't think we necessarily need rock nuts for anything. Dimple cups are for sort of clothing industry. 1-1. We want more llama livers. We want more cave fish. We want more plump helmets. We do not need as many quivers. We'll keep one. Keep the buckets. Don't need the splints. Don't need the crutches. Actually, we don't need the splints either. Actually, come to that. Wheelbarrow step banner is fine. Alright, animals. So I think honestly we're just going to go basic here and make sure that we are eating ducks. Because why wouldn't we? 3 ducks, 1 drake. That should provide enough initial animals and eggs. And I suppose we can also get ourselves some bunnies as well. So we have a basic butchering setup on the go. And didn't spend any points for it because I'm being extremely cheap apparently. We could go for a second anvil. Especially if we're going for something for a... If we're going for a lava build, a second anvil is not a bad thing to have. Especially since we apparently have the points for it now. Yeah, honestly, this is too much choice here. Actually, stone blocks. We could buy obsidian block. Actually, can I right click and find out any information about these? I cannot. I might have to go and quickly grab the wiki. But I'm fairly certain that chert blocks would that chert doesn't is magma safe. So you might. Yeah, but we're going to pick up some blocks. Enough blocks to build the initial entrance over the lava pit, and also potentially allow us to set up some areas to just have some traps set up. And that'll be ultimately our defense there. If Chet is not lava safe, well, we'll worry about that later. In theory, we're building on top of it, so it should be fine, even if it's not, but fine. We'll find that out later. That'll be fun. We'll take ourselves to 21 plump helmet spawn, just because you might as well. Might as well grab some wood, because you never know when you might need some of this. 20 nether cap logs, which we can use for things. Actually, another thing we could actually get ourselves, other than obviously rum and wine, because additional barrels are useful. We can get ourselves some. Well, they've added a few of these that I definitely think. Okay, unfortunately, no cave turtles, which is what I would normally like here, but some interesting stuff here. Let's go for some. Let's go for some knife fish. Okay, we've actually spent all of our points here, so maybe we didn't need quite that many blocks. That's probably the main thing that's cost us points here. Get down to 40. I think everything else is fine. I think I'm only after small stuff here. Actually, some mugs. Good news, you all got a mug. That's one happiness. That's one happy thought there straight away. So plenty of food, plenty of fish, plenty of stuff for farming. Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with all of this. Okay. Hey, from me here as well. We have buckets. We probably don't need to get ourselves any burnables. Let's just pick up some sand, because inevitably we have magma. We might get a magma kiln. We might make some glass stuff. Hopefully we'll have the ability to do that anyway. It feels weird to have this many points, I'm going to be honest. Maybe we can cut a rope, cut some thread, get some more sand. And get ourselves some barrels. Barrels are always useful to start with, so we'll just grab 3 of those. And okay, that should do us. Okay, now we've got to skill people out. So, we'll find out what we're doing in the second miner in a moment, but I think the first thing we're going to need definitely is the furnace operator, wood burner, and honestly, furnace operating, it might not even be that necessary, really. Maybe we'll just make this our mason as a backup plan, except if we want our mason to be kind of restricted to things. Maybe we'll make him the crafter. Stonecraft and Metalcraft. Both useful enough, and we can cover that. I've also remembered what I tend to use my second dwarf for, but yeah. This one, Weaponsmith, Armorsmith, Blacksmith, and a couple of points in Metalcrafter, and we'll see what else we can do with him. Potter and Glazer, possibly just so we can just do those skills, I guess, but it's fine. We'll get immigrants who know skills. We don't need them to have them immediately. Okay, we need our outdoors dwarf, competent woodcutter, competent carpenter, open butcher, no, planter. And somewhere along here, yeah, novice herbalist, and I guess we could give him fishing as well for his last 2 points. Gives him something to do in the early phase. Right. Next up, we badly need mason. So proficient mason. Give him some stonecarver, stonecutter skills, some engravery skills. Actually, architecture. Do we have that somewhere? Why is this not in the critical skills, actually? Don't need combat dwarves. Could probably do with somebody being a random things here. Beards and booze, indeed! Beards and booze. Here. Well, unless I'm missing something, I don't see a architecture skill anymore. Well, I mean, if he turns out we do need one, he can always become that. In the meantime, then, I guess we'll just upgrade his engraving skills, because we'd like to have stories written all over our fortresses for no reason. Okay, so furnace operator, crafter. We have fish, we have things. Mechanic. Actually, I don't mind you being our gem cutter setter at this point as well. Obviously, we want you mining in the first instance here, but it's not considered a critical skill. I consider mechanic a critical skill. Alright, it's at the top there, though. Alright, so a competent mechanic, and is there anything else we can give you that would be okay? I kind of don't want to make you cook, because we still kind of need a... Actually, do we even have a planting dwarf? I don't think I do. Jeez, that's nearly an error made. Yeah, I can make his bow skill better, but I don't think he necessarily needs it. Give him a couple of points in butchery, because we do want to, at some point, get some meat. Yeah, we gave you random planting skills, but that wasn't necessarily with the intent of you being our brewmaster. You, however, will be our brewmaster supreme. Give you a couple of points in planting, and we're also going to make you our cook. Also a fish dissector, just because. Maybe, yeah, so this gives us minimal ability to use the animals for things, so that'll do. Okay, so we have plenty of stuff. We have plenty of things. We have some ducks and some bunnies. The pure... Hold on. Darn it, well, let me go pure booze. Also, that might be why we were having issues earlier. Okay, well, we have a group name, group symbol. quite cool that we can make our own thing here. But I'm not going to go too much into that for right now. Yeah, I say the only slightly annoying thing, as I mentioned before, is I don't have the ability to apparently to rename people. Or if I do, it's done in a way that I'm not quite behind at the moment. Oh well. That's fine. It's what we are. Let us embark and let's see if we can do our typical nonsense. Okay, you have arrived after a journey from the mountain homes to the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party is 7 to make an outpost for the glory of all in Bucket Camille. Sounds like a good place. Let me just also check that a few of the interfaces and things are aligned correctly. Seem to be. New chapter of Dwarven history begins here in this place. Strike the earth and press the pause button. Okay. Good news! The lava's fine. And goes all the way down. Okay. So this is sort of the entrance point here. So unfortunately, there's not an easy way for me to do this, but I think... Okay, so my general plan is always to sort of build ourselves a safe zone here. And what I mean by a safe zone is to basically build a path where the only entrance is over to the fortress is over lava. So there's a few ways we could go about this. Basically making a huge channel here, for example, would allow us to do that. Maybe do a thing here. We'll try and adjust the names in a moment. I'm just thinking about this. Because the fact that this is up the top, which... I mean, there's this little bit here, but this isn't really that great for us. Also, you navigate up and down Z levels by the mouse wheel. If there's another way to do that, and I hope there is, it's really annoying to be specific with this. But okay. Alternatively, we could do the thing of just, you know, put a channel, say, here, run away from the channel, and we're back to the old days of a lava commissar. It's worked for us once before. I'm not sure it's a good plan, but it is a plan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to worry necessarily about defense now, but I do like the idea of one entrance and just working from there. So what we will do is we're actually going to start by building some constructions and building ourselves some floor, and we're going to build 2 wide is as wide as I want to go if I'm going to build a thing over this. It's nice and warm in winter, absolutely. I mean, we could just build a base here and try and build up, but this rarely works for us. In fact, it never works for us going up from the volcano entrance, but it is an option we would have. See, if this is sort of a side and we had another level to go up and sort of build into and down with no easy way in, this would be perfect. But alas, we don't have that. It also has some other things for us. Actually, one thing we could do. Can I build a channel? Stairwell, ramp, dig a channel. Okay. So if I build a channel, make sure I'm on the right area for this. And yep, it is telling me about things. I mean, this is going to cause problems, but I like it. Oh, there we go. So build a channel down to there. Build a channel all the way down there. And basically turn this into lava as well. I mean, how much of a disaster can this cause? How much of a disaster could this actually cause? No, be honest with me. I genuinely don't know. How much of a disaster is this? In the meantime, though, we can get our floors done. So we'd have the only entrance to be this place. And made out of 24 chert blocks. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. This is our entrance. We can build around that point. Because look, if we just build the entrance into that, that'll be fine. Perfect, almost. And see, the lava's fine. What I should do, though, is get my dwarves doing things. So let's start by chopping down some trees. Down to here. Because, I mean, we've got a lot of area around here that I can sort of build into. So this is sort of where I was sort of roughly planning with this. If we build down from where that is there, we can actually go straight into things here. We can even have an upstairs. This would probably be our farming area, in truth. And since this is all sort of soil, I think we'd actually be pretty good for a farming area. Yeah, so that'll be fine. We then want to go and set gathering orders. Gather what you can. And then we need some zonage. So we need a pen, which I guess, given that we're going to cause some immediate disaster, doesn't have to necessarily be right there, but should be at least close by. Let's put the pen there for now. It's a bit of a short one, admittingly, but it should be fine. We don't have too many animals, after all. Okay, so those will be assigned to that little area there. We can also build our trading area here as well, potentially. Lots of stuff and lots of things. Okay. Yay, duck friends. Absolutely. Duck friends, woohoo. And see, the good news about having a two-wide bridge is I can put a lot of sort of trap things here, with the express purpose of making them dodge so that they fall into the lava. And thus, we have no enemies. I will have to find some way to make this a bit more of a severe wall, but again, that's a logistical problem for the moment. We can work around that. But I do like the idea of sort of having a elevated position into the thing. Maybe this isn't working as I'm thinking here. But we'll find out in a few seconds when I actually cause problems. Because believe me, problems are about to be caused. Actually, do you know what's going to happen is the moment I release the lava, it's going to suddenly flood out and cause fun. Copious amounts of fun. Okay, so that's all dug out there. Yeah, I'm not sure this is necessarily a good... This is not going to work. Well, we have to test these things. Yeah, this is not working. Basic fluid dynamics says that if I break this here, all that's going to happen is it's going to fall out to there, and then it's just going to fall down the mountain again. Which, you know, is fun, and we do like that kind of fun. But it doesn't actually do what I want it to, which is, or the intent, which is basically make a wall of area here, preferably protected by a bit of lava. And then build over that to here. Okay, well, let's go additional channeling here. Let's channel the whole of this for the moment, because that gives us a sort of elevated position in. The one downside is I just realized we don't have enough chert blocks, so we're going to have to find some more stone. Thankfully, there's more stone. Let's just dig out a slight quarry here and see if we can get some for our purposes. It's fine. We weren't planning on building quickly. We were planning on building. And we have plenty of meat. We have plenty of booze. We can make something work here. Now, let's see if the AI is going to collapse things for us here, because that would be fun. The good news is it does appear to be mostly stone here, so it should hopefully just be a single layer of this. Oh, obsidian. Oh, we're actually getting a lot of obsidian here. That actually needs to be protected. We need to make a stockpile for obsidian. There we go. We can make the pile up here. Yeah, it is very rare to make stone stockpiles, but I think obsidian warrants it. It also gives all of our dwarves something to do. None of those. Is it under others? It is. Okay, so pretty much obsidian only stockpile. Because, yeah, that'd be useful. Might even be worth us actually building a... yeah, okay. Let's... Apparently we're not going underground for a while. But what we can do is quickly make ourselves a stoneworker. Build that here for the moment. And... I mean, wood's fine. We've got plenty of wood. And then we're just going to start building obsidian blocks. Rock blocks. Okay, we have our plan. And also, if we build the walls out of obsidian to sort of protect this place, that'll be lava safe as well. So that's working out for us quite nicely here. And in fact, I'm kind of wanting to dig a bit more out of this, if this is all obsidian. The only downside is I kind of wanted to build into this and then down, so I've got to be careful for how much obsidian I dig out, but we can dig it a little more. Just extend the quarry a little bit. It's all good. Once we have enough obsidian blocks, we can start protecting our interests a little bit. So the optimal course is we build that across here, down to there, and then we enter from here, and the whole place is surrounded by a lava pit, which we are going to build around this channel, which is a much better idea than building the channel, I'm going to be honest. In fact, yeah, we're gonna make a start on that now, I think. Wall. Across there. Build that out of chert blocks because we have that. Oh god, if chert isn't actually lava safe, this is going to be quite fun. It should be. It should be. I'm just making sure I get my obsidian out of things before I do that, although I'm not finding a lot. Once that wall is built, we'll see. I think we should be okay, though. Okay. The only issue I think we might want to do now, actually thinking about this, is actually getting the lava track for our future things going here. So let's go for a stairwell, which we want to build from there down. 1, 2. Oh. I mean, you know more about this than I do. I am not that familiar with necromancers here. I haven't really played 27 at all. Version number here. So the rough plan here is to just build enough of a track that we can build some workshops here in the future. Hopefully this should be all we need, but you never know sometimes, so I'm just making sure I've got enough in reserve in case. In theory, as long as I build the workshops here, this should be fine. Absolutely. This entire place is obsidian. This is going to be a gold mine. Obsidian stuff has a massive value attachment, as far as I remember. But yeah, we basically want to flood this entire area out with lava a little later. It might be worth us actually trying to build the plan here as much as I can. So let's start with some more construction-y bits. So, floor. I want to build floor out to there, and then that can be built out of chert and then obsidian blocks. This is a massive waste of obsidian, but we're going to do it anyway. Oh yeah, obsidian is good for swords as well. But, you know, I don't have any warrior dwarfs, and I don't expect we're going to have problems with that somehow. Obsidian blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then what we need to do is also build some channels here, 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 here. And then that's sort of our entranceway in here. It's not the grand entrance hall, but, you know, it is at least something. Okay, so that's sort of where we're going in rough plan here, and hopefully it's going to be lava safe. I should actually try and remove... Can I remove the ramps here? Is that something I can do? Yes, I can. Yeah, again, this is mostly about just safety for our single entrance here. Again, ideally this would have had a sort of higher elevation area that we could actually have just built into. But, you know, Dwarf Fortress isn't perfect, and... Oop, mouse wheel has done a thing. And it's fine, at least while we're getting obsidian and things. Yeah, because hopefully this entire area will be about equal coverage lava. So, yeah, that should be fine. We'd even possibly channel out this, because that would be the only other way you could get in. And that's actually a concern here. I mean, not perfect, but again, we're trying to discourage anybody who coming in here from... Can we build that? Would that work? Let's find out. That should work. Okay, that'll do. So... what this now means is that they can't necessarily get directly to that. However, what I probably want to do as well, just to emphasize things, is go and remove... I am worrying too much about safety in this initial phase. I fully admit that, but still. Yeah, remove those channels as well. Meanwhile... some obsidian is going. I'm quite happy that we found some silty clay, because that we can use for farming a bit later. Safety schmafety. Yeah, true. I mean, all I'm doing is basically encouraging people to go along this little lava bridge. And then once I've got traps set up here, here, causing them to have to dodge and dodge into lava, then everything is fine. And the reason I'm building this 2 wide as opposed to 1 wide is because I've learned my lesson about this sort of thing. The lesson being, you want to give your dwarves every chance of dodging correctly as well. But this is why we make the thing very long. Also, when it comes and goes, but I do like the music choices. Although, a part of me always thinks when I hear it's not the guitar music, it's slightly, you know... it slightly bothers me. Good news is we have some people who are reasonably happy. But again, we're early game. They're happy with anything. It's part of the reason I gave them mugs. Because as long as they got a mug and drinking from a mug, that's an extra happy thought. Okay, once this is done, once we have our initial phase here, because you don't have to trigger the lava thing off immediately, but, you know, plots and plans. So workshop floor is definitely this one. I think we can definitely make some things here if we think about it. So, what did it did? Nope, I want to build it that way. Okay, whoops. Yeah, we've got to build up. There you go. Actually, where do we need to thing? Should be there. We'll have a small sort of thing on either end, which should be fine. I can even just build another block of 4 here, because this is also on top of it. Yep. And on top of that, and on top of that. Good, good. Middle one gets symmetrical treatment, because why not? Good, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that should matter with most of the other things. I mean, we haven't done that much digging, actually, at this point. We've basically set ourselves up next to a rather inconvenient volcano. So my plan of building on top of it and then, you know, building into things has kind of been scuppered a little bit here. He's going to burn us all, but not yet. Not yet. We get that precious obsidian first, and then we'll see. Okay, so now that we got this area dug out, let's actually do a proper underground. Yes, this is going to be storage area A, but actually this might end up being the farm, depending on how fortunate we are with things here. And yeah, let's then go for 2 channels here. One that goes this way, down that way, and that'll lead towards the... Yeah, so I'm roughly right. I'm just not quite there yet. Dig stairway down. 2 wide, going 1, 2, 3. Goes to there. It's going to bother me that it's slightly misaligned, but it's fine. We'll work it out. We can just make this into a corner area, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't quite do that. That's annoying. Do it the other way then. 1, 2, 3, 4. I care too much about these darn things. It's Dwarf Fortress, but I can see what's going on. What is all kinds of... Absolutely. Also, the UI is slightly... It's better, absolutely, but it throws me off an awful lot. Because I'm so used to the bad one at this stage. Okay, that'll do. And yeah, as Maritine has proven to me, it does work on Steam Deck, which is quite amusing. Oh, so much good obsidian. Okay. I think we're almost at the point where we want to try things. I'll be much happier once we actually get rid of the 1 bit of obsidian that's here, though. And I guess I could forbid it. How do I forbid things again in this version? Okay, that obsidian is forbidden. There probably is a way to bulk do it, but they're not going to go and pick up that bit of obsidian, which means I can actually... There's no reason for them to go to there anymore whatsoever. This means we are now at the point where we could now have some fun. We have our way in. Our way in is safe. And, yeah, actually, I think there is one other thing we are going to have to do thinking about this. Let's be even safer here. And let's actually build ourselves that obsidian block wall from, say... Let me double check things. Yeah, that's fine. From there to... Actually, I know dwarves. I know dwarves. Let's do this correctly here. Let's build a wall from there out of obsidian blocks. Build another one. Some of the construction queues I think are a bit slower with... Oh, okay, fine. That's me misclicking. Are a little slower, but then they were under the old version, but I'll get used to that eventually. Also, all of the shortcuts are different. Because a lot of, you'll notice that all these have sort of shortcut keys that I could be pressing to get there, but I don't know what those are anymore. Alright, so once you got that corner bit in place, then we'll start building the rest of this. Actually, can they even get here? That's a good point. Can they actually get there? No, they can't. New plan. Stairs. This is a genius plan. They're going to build these ones out of logs. Good old wooden... Oh no, they can get down there. Alright, well, as long as they can get down there and they can get back up. Which they can now do. Good. Right, now it doesn't matter if I block this off. So let's go for a... wall. We're going to build that across here. We're going to remember these are dwarves, and we're going to build that the other way around first. Obsidian blocks. And then one more. Once I've got this bit in place, I'll be fine. Yeah, there we go. Construction wall. Cute. Okay, all good. I think we can also tell our workshop to stop building blocks now, because I think we got enough of those. Okay, so now I just have to double check a couple of things here. So... oh, god darn it. Oh well, it's fine. I think we might have to take the gamble here, but I think what we'll do to do this first. So what I realise is that this defence does nothing. But... because it basically now allows them to get back in. That's just removing orders. Can I actually do a remove construction? Carved stone floor, nope. Roof dumping, designations. Oh, I need to put a dump actually at some point. Else going to need spelter, hidden designations. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Traffic, hauling access. Now, in the other method, I'd actually go into the thing and then find out from there how to disable it, but I might have to live with this. Want to destroy building. Place carpenter's workshop. Don't need that. Bed, no. Bed, no. Helpful. Okay. So, our defensive thing doesn't really work. Unless I can do something stupid like build this here, I guess. Ah, there we go. Oh, I didn't like that either. Well, we'll double check it with some time, but I don't think this has worked. The good news is, even if this does melt all of the land around it, this should be fine. So, just, yeah, it doesn't want to disable those. God darn it. Alright. Well, you know what? If all else fails, unleash for lava. I think the time has come. Let's dig a channel here. And see what happens. Inevitably, I will have missed something. But it's fine. It's just a bunch of lava. It's fine. I needed to go into this channel anyway if we're going to start building some proper stuff. Also, I'm noticing that we are building sort of the workshop area before we built anything else, but that's fine. Oh no, it has designated for destruction. Okay, hold on. No, it has designated for destruction. I need to stop that. Yeah, thank you. Alright, once those are gone, then yeah, I should be fine. Worst comes to it, we have a small little gap in the wall here, but ultimately, this prevents people from jumping across here. They'd have to cross our bridge to get to the fortress at the moment. And good news, we have some of the areas kind of being dug out, which is nice. Okay. Make sure I have the channels in the right place. Let's go and put one here, and one here. Hopefully that's going to allow us to actually do something. Oh, I'm also thinking I might have to actually build the farm here. but we'll see. Hope maybe we can manage something and get some. We'll do an exploratory dig. If I can get a small farm built there, then we should be okay. We don't need too much, but we will need some. Booze is all important. If I have to build the farm into this sort of area, I guess we can. But that will be kind of stupid. No, that's all obsidian, so that might be the only dirt we have for now. Well, I suppose that's an office for somebody later down the line. Yeah, small amount of dirt. It exists. We can do it, but apparently not right here. The mouse wheel for going up and down levels is really annoying me, but it's fine. Oh, right, so now that we got that done, we have our area mostly carved out, I guess. We should start focusing on some living areas, actually. And again, we'd like them to be obsidian, but that might involve us going down rather than up. Actually, this has actually been fine thus far. Let's start by putting a general stockpile in, because it's always worth having a pile to just have stuff. Custom, all except body parts and corpses. Once we actually get some proper workshopping things done, we'll then actually have properly designated areas for this. Ooh. I'm not going to say no to some gems. Fortunately, what we're getting mostly is blocks. Oh dear. Alright. Well, the good news is we have enough space now that we can actually start building ourselves some workshops and actually getting some comforting things going on. So we need the carpenters first. Let's go and... whoops. Yeah, actually that's a fault. I need to be careful about not blocking off areas. Should be fine. But that's just something we need to be thinking about. Well, the carpenter's here. We'll build that out of... yeah, we'll be thematic and build that out of wood. We'll then rebuild ourselves another mason and get them doing the usual mason things. I should have built these. I built this wrong. Yeah, build that out of raw obsidian. That's fine. It's everywhere, so it's fine for the moment. The channels are now in, so that's good. Okay, so all we're waiting on now is just this lava. And they have actually put the blocks out. Excellent. I would definitely like to recover these before you go off and do the thing. But we can at least start getting some beds in. Bed, 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 and even more beds. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that should do there. Alright, new task for you is going to be the usual default here. So door, repeat, repeat. Table, repeat. Throne, repeat. Cabinet, repeat. And coffer, repeat. And there we go. That is going to be everything you do. From now until we run out of obsidian. Okay. Yeah, I might have to rejig that area out, unfortunately. Maybe make it more open plan rather than the specific rooms, although I'd like the specific room side of things. Okay, let's forbid the blocks. It's a bit annoying, but we want to get some lava going. Put the channel here. And then we see what happens. Unfortunately, everyone wants to do some haulage stuff at the moment. We can actually close this one down, I think. since we don't need that. And I think we can also... No, I don't want to do that. I want to actually adjust the stockpile. We can... remove the stockpile. There we go. Okay! The lava's free! Have we messed up? I mean, we have. Fundamentally, we have. I forgot about the channel. I'm sure nothing important is over on that side of the volcano. Nothing important whatsoever. This wouldn't be so bad if this wasn't the second time I've done this. Disco Inferno. Yeah, I mean, that sounds like the thing. Good news, we have some lava forming. And that's going to mean... Actually, it's forming rather quickly. Let's build ourselves some things here, then. We need a magma forge. And that needs to go there. Iron anvil. Yep, just doing that now. Workshops. We then need a magma smelter, which can go there. Oh, we've got the classic things going on now. When they flood the workshops, not if we build the things over them, because they're designed to they need lava access, these workshops. So this normally works. I say normally, because I've done this a few times. And one more. So I've only built 4. I can potentially do this more often in case there is that risk, but, you know, it'll be fine. What do I build thus far? Kiln, smelter, forge, I need the glass. Not that I think anybody who can do that, but, you know, better to have it than to not. Okay. Also, this lava flows a lot faster than I'm used to. Absolutely, this is the Steam version. It also uses almost none of the shortcuts. I've also just realised that this is DOS, isn't it? Yep. So that's going to be fun. Look. All I can say about this is this. I think, when you really come down to it, this won't affect anything. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. The good news is now I can actually build some proper stockpiles in. So we want this to be wood. We want... Yep, thank you. We want this to be... Oop, nope, I did not mean to right-click and cancel that, but nice to know I can right-click and cancel things. Except this is going to be specifically obsidian, because why would we use anything else? This is something when we have a clue what the hell he's doing. It might do, but you know what? It's fine, he says. Besides which, there's never a guarantee I know what I'm doing. Right, so now that we've done that, we should probably start thinking about actually building an area for our dwarves to live. So let's go and build that down there. Build some stairs here. Go down 1, 2, 3. This should be fine, because even though we're on the floor with that, I think this will be okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Build that one there. Build that one. That'll be fine. Again, we'll be probably proper and neat a little bit for the moment. I just need my initial sort of 2 areas. Actually, yeah, the initial 2 areas is fine. So bed. No, it needs to be 7. Always forget that. It needs to be 7. And then this, just to be symmetrical, will also be 7. So this is going to be the dormitory and the main meeting area, at least for the start of this, and then we'll start building some proper dormitories either around or behind it, or whatever we end up doing. Who knows? Also, I think I'm going to do a thing. And make this slightly... Yeah, that'll do. So we got an area to put 2 doors in here as well. Bed later. Absolutely. I mean, to be fair, part of the workshops is bed. We have beds. They have, unfortunately, built them out of various materials, but we have beds. We can also put in some doors. I should also remember to put a trade thing up, because it's the one thing I do have to, unfortunately, have outside. But hey. All good. All good. One there. One there. One there. One there. Yes, indeed. I approve. Well, the good news is that it looks as if the lava's stopped expanding everywhere. It's reached an equilibrium. And that's all we really need of it. On the plus side now, there is only one way into this fortress now. And you have to cross the lava to do it. We probably want to channel there and there, admittingly, and just make sure of this. But it's fine for the moment. When we get to actually building traps, then we'll worry about actually removing this weakness to the fortress. It's all good. All of it. And it looks as if you are digging there, and also giving us a nice bounty of things. How does channeling work? Basically, you just tell it to dig an area that's, you know, basically dig downwards without necessarily digging the block. Because when you dig a block, normally, it assumes you want the floor and the ceiling to still be there. This just basically means you don't want a floor when you dig that, you know, that area out, which is useful. And that looks like that's done. So perfect. Let's get some beds in place. And we have enough for everybody. Perfect. So this is the one thing that I think I'm fairly certain is slower, but only because it won't let me build multiples. As far as I'm working out. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here, but it's... Come on, furniture, bed. And again, if I need the shortcuts, I'd just be going straight for it, but I haven't quite worked those out yet. Still, at least we're getting some in place. Bed. Yeah, because I'll be doing this a lot faster with the down keys, but they've changed them all. Every single one of them. Oh dear. It's fine. As I say, it is a lot better for the UI thing, and once I learn it, I'm sure it'll be fine. But you know, if at the moment it's feeling slightly suboptimal. Door is also obsidian door. You don't strictly need doors anymore for this, but you know. Keep building up to place. Oh, for God's sake! Okay. See, this is exactly the sort of thing I mean. But yeah, okay, that certainly helps. Ooh, we got some rough amethyst as well. Okay. I think what I need to do now is actually build in some things here. We are, yes, indeed. I mean, the screen title is accurate. I am fighting against the knowledge I already have. So let's build a jeweler because we at least have some nice jewels. Looks as if we can actually get past that, and we might as well continue building things out of obsidian. And then workshops and mechanics. Apparently that knowledge was enough. Actually, we shouldn't need any more obsidian blocks, really. Knowing nothing always helps. Right, now we need to find some metal, because that's the one thing we've basically set ourselves up here to have a lot of a nice forge, and we can build a lot of nice stuff, but we don't actually have any metal yet. So that will be exploratory digging in the future. For now, though, let's start making our dwarfs some rooms. Have I misaligned? No, that's absolutely fine. I thought I'd misaligned this. I always end up doing this and regretting it and having to build it again later. I've actually built this properly. Everybody gets 3x3 rooms. For now. How are the dwarfs? I mean, look, the dwarfs are fine. Let's not talk about the disasters. Let's not talk about that whatsoever. On the plus side, it's all good. You know what? These dwarves have earned it. Nothing has gone wrong immediately. We have obsidian. Everything is good. Hello, Egan. Thank you. Alright, after this, we're probably going to have to set ourselves up for some other things. Also, we have 3 miners at the moment. I have 3 miners. I only have 2 picks. How's that working out? Did we find a pick somewhere? Did we have some immigrants without me realizing? Yeah, we had some immigrants without me realizing it. When did we get the immigrants notification? Yeah. Whoops. Okay, I need more beds. I mean, I'm not unhappy that we got that, but you know. And now it means I need to do more bed making. Bed, repeat, and let's go for some bins, barrels. What else do we need here? Spiked wooden balls. Don't worry about that. Okay. So now we've got 15 dwarves, we actually have a bit more of a problem. But hopefully I can deal with some of that now. Let's go and build ourselves some furniture. So we have some tables. Let's go and get that going here. Yep, table 1, table 2, table 3. And then we need to build ourselves some chairs. Oh, I'm liking that everything's obsidian. It's very nice when you have things on theme. The beds are a mess, but this is the dormitory, so you know that's fine. Also, I should probably designate that as a dormitory. There we go. Dormitory. Oh, absolutely. But you know, I could do that with sort of click, 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 click before. So once I knew all the shortcuts and things, it was fine. Anyway, our mighty dining hall is now almost ready. Off here, we probably need to build a kitchen area. Again, what are these graphics and UI? It's apparently how Dwarf Fortress was meant to be played. As opposed to ASCII. Oh, absolutely. That's what's throwing me, actually. It's I like it. It's just a lot of things are throwing me because that's not how it used to be done. All right, dining hall. Okay, now, importantly, can I do this as something else? I cannot. However, that should be fine. Hurrah, you have somewhere to meet and have conversations and have chairs and things. I don't have enough mugs anymore. I might have to actually make a craft dwarf area. Crafts. What's the big brown cross thing with circles? That's a tree, sir. But we don't talk about those anymore because some of them are not gonna. They're not gonna last very long. Alright, so now that we've done that, I guess the next plan is to sort of have a mine and see where we end up with things. So let's make a start because we need to find something. Preferably metal things. In the meantime, though, everything's kind of going okay. That's like got a lot of lava. No. This is a volcano. We just been building the entrance here because ultimately this will be a good defensible position when we eventually want to turtle up. Also, I am slightly disappointed that my wooden chairs have not immediately disintegrated. It has less now that it's illegal over the landscape. Look, that wasn't my fault, okay? I mean, I may have put the channel here, but that was when I had earlier plans about things that I realised were rubbish, and so I didn't continue with those plans. Hence why I built the obsidian wall up top. Although it does help that we got a lot of obsidian. Look, this isn't my fault. None of this is my fault. None of this is my fault. I mean, long term? No. No, I don't think it does. When the last time I did this exact thing of basically flooding the entire thing. To be fair, I did that deliberately as my first move last time for defensive areas, which I might still do here. Yeah, it didn't cool off, and in fact, after about 2 years, the Lava Commissar, who I believe had been made king of the dwarves at that time, decided that it would be a good idea to jump into the lava. Which is still my favourite Dwarf Fortress story of all time. Even better than the Flying Whales of Doom. I mean, it kinda does, but various things do have melting points recorded, which, it's fine. Obsidian, what are we getting here? Slate. If we had even more... Oh, okay, I was about to say, are there even more migrants? No. Okay. Well, let's then start work on some actual things. So one thing we are going to have to do, actually, soon-ish. Where are we? We're in late summer. Yeah, we need to do this now. We need to build a trade center. Which is the only place on the entire thing that isn't actually properly defended. I'm going to build that here because it makes sense to build that here. And the one thing we can probably sell is obsidian. Make it out of blocks because we want to be neat. This could be true, and it's one of the fun things you could do with it. I did once talk about having a pressurized lava cannon, which I kind of know how to do. I probably wouldn't test it in this sort of environment. But, you know, especially not when it's easy to just put a channel of lava in front of them. Okay. Also, I need to check the population and see how the nobility are, actually. So, let's add a broker, which will be you. Excellent. You don't need any stuff at the moment. I think everyone else is kind of okay for the moment. We could probably do a manager. We do have a novice organizer, but we'll leave that for the moment. Beloved on sacrifices. Not yet. Not yet, but soon. Soon. Actually, did we build a mechanics workshop? I think we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Yeah, I should probably actually have these doing something, because, you know, there's no sense in having these do nothing. I don't want masses of these, but we do want a few at least to start things off, especially if we decide we want to start doing some clever things. Craft dwarf. Rock. Pot, because that will basically work for a barrel at some point. We do need to make some more mugs, don't we? Wait, was that rocks? Yeah, rock. Am I just missing something here? Oh, mug. There we are. Yeah, make a few of these because we're going to need them. Actually, we can even go back and just make sure that actually gets repeated there. Where is the commissar? I don't know. Good luck if you have to try to move them. Yeah, that's fair. But, you know, we'll work out that. I can never remember if it's mugs or jugs we need, but we're going to build both. We can always sell the one we don't need. Jeweler's workshop, we can cut any gems on repeat to make sure that's doing. Mechanisms being made, jewels are being cut. Stuff is being made, stuff is being made. Actually, we probably do want more mechanisms thinking about this. There's a search button, you say? I don't need that. I know where everything is, except where everything is, of course. Furniture, bed. Right, let's get this dormitory up and running. And then after these, I think we're actually... I want to make sure we got one for everybody, so... Actually, no, I think it's fair to have the initial 16 here. They get slightly more unhappy thoughts from this, but we need to have everything else kind of prepared. So, doors. Let's add in a couple of doors here. Because again, that's another happy thought. They might admire some doors. And we're not quite at the point of worrying about that, but we might be. Okay. Tables. 2 more. And chairs. 2 more. Can ducks be trained as war animals? I don't think they can. I do have some ducks, of course, but yeah, they're just sitting there at the moment. I like that they can give a duck an official position. Skills. No, it has no skills. I brought a group of ducks with me, in truth. Actually, I need to build nest boxes. That's what I forgot. Craft. Can you make some nest boxes for us? In fact, do you make them here or do you make them elsewhere? Apparently we don't make them here. Or if we do, we don't make them out of that. Rock nest box and rock nest box and rock nest box. One of the things I do need to do very, very urgently, actually, thinking about this, is I need to actually get ourselves some farming area, because that is not happening. Let's try going down here. Because I think this could do. This might have to be it as well, depending on how this goes. But we'll just dig all of this out and see if we can actually get ourselves some farmland. Because ultimately we haven't actually built the one important thing that if the dwarves ever find out we haven't built this yet, they're going to riot. So let's try and make sure this happens. I'm reasonably confident here because there's a lot of silty clay around, so I'm hoping that at least some of this will work. Yeah, we did bring a lot with us, but we haven't actually made any new beer in quite a while. In fact, actually, yeah, there are some concerns. Good news is we're almost at autumn, so it's more likely going to be Plump Helmet wine, but yes. Ah, the Tiddly Beer song has started up again, and everything is as it should be. Way back in history. When all there was to drink was nothing but a cup of tea. Come on, chat. No, I'm not encouraging them. I'm not encouraging them. This is on you. This is on you. Oh, the game is saving. We are into autumn. Okay, so we have food, but we urgently need this trade to go well, I think. The good news is we should be making some stuff that's reasonably valuable. And if we're drinking, he made it out of shrooms. We did. Although we haven't planted any of those either. I like the competing songs that are going on. Okay. If this doesn't work, I might have to go into actual outdoor farming, which I never like doing, but... Oh, actually. Gathering fruit, then, I suppose. See, these trees have actually done something for us. Maybe. I've not played Jackbox 9. I bought it because I saw it slightly cheaper, so I own it. I have not had a chance to play it, or even really looked into it at this point. Yeah, we can play it. We can absolutely play it, and we should at some point. But again, you know, got to find a time for people. Well, I have other people to play with. Yeah, but there are other people, sir. Other people. You know what we feel about other people. I think that, well, it might make it foam at the mouth. That sounds like something we need to try and continue and make happen. Also, I did exploratory digging down here. Did we find anything? Nope. Some interesting things, but nothing actually in terms of rocks that we're interested in. Let's do a couple more exploratory digs. See if we can find something. Other people are the worst. They are the worst. Absolutely. The only ones I can stand are the people I like. Which, to be fair, is most of them. But, you know, people are the worst. Okay. Well, I mean, we got a few good industries on, and if nothing else, I'm fairly certain that masterwork spiked wooden balls sell for a fair amount. Let's double check that before we go any further. No, they don't. They sell for nothing. Okay, I'm ruined. High quality obsidian mechanisms though. That sells for 100. Okay, 100's getting there. It's not amazing, but it's there. Also, just while I think about it, can we make swords from... Oh, actually, it's got the full description of things. Can we make rock swords? Yes, let's make 7 of these. Or at least we'll make a few of these. You like most people. Look, tolerate is the same as like in, you know, it's degrees. Most people I will eventually get on with. Especially the ones that annoy me. It's bad enough at work that I'm now the known black hatter of the group, so. Also, yeah, I have noticed there is a very red glow going on me at the moment. I think it is appropriate, but you know. I like how the lava is of infinite supply. I mean, it isn't. If we go officially with the fluid dynamics of this area is now significantly less full, and once it goes down to this layer, it won't be able to do that anymore. So eventually, the lava will stop flowing. But importantly, by that stage, we'll have a pool of it here which they can fall into, and you know, we'll have an even higher suspension bridge thing here for them to, you know, it's fine. It's all good. If I was building this properly and knew I had that much obsidian, I might have actually built a floodgate system for it. But, you know, floodgate systems with lava are not necessarily safe either. We have farming area. Excellent. Okay. Gonna dig that out as well, because I think we're gonna need every little space we can get here. In fact, if we can get even more, I'm going to do that. This is going to be the least neat farm in the world, but we need to start them. Okay, workshops. Farming, farm plots. And that's 4. We found dirt! We badly needed dirt. Although, in fairness, the obsidian is much better for us. But we found dirt. Then we can do a stockpile here. We can do a stockpile there. And then, booze! Many, many boozes. I mean, it was almost getting that desperate, I'm going to be honest. We were almost that desperate for it. Anyway, let's do the thing. Workshops, farming, and we're going to build a still. Out of obsidian blocks, because we're fancy like that. Right, and now we have to get these farms sorted out. So, this one will be cave wheat and plump helmets in the winter, spring, and cave wheat, because people mentioned beer. Beer, beer, tiddly beer, beer, beer. Plump helmets all year round. Pigtails, because might as well. Pigtails, pigtails, plump, and plump. And then one of these farms, because I did not build these correctly. I guess dimple cups aren't the worst thing for us to have. They're not great, but they'll do. Sweet pots, sweet pots. Okay, there we go. Get drunk and die if they don't get drunk enough. Absolutely. Yeah, drink is at 0. They're not going to be happy. But the forts are currently okay. And to be fair, we are at the point of starting to make booze. Okay, now there is only one important thing. Only one important thing. Brew drink from plant on repeat. Good luck. I would like them to dig the rest of this area, actually, because I'd like to do a proper thing. The good news is, farming is one of those things that everybody will do. For some reason. Oh, I haven't even got... Look, I'm aware vampires have been a thing for a long time in Dwarf Fortress. I have not gotten anywhere with sort of that side of things. We are definitely going to lose the moment a vampire appears and we start having problems. Because half of the time it's not even telling me things. My caravan is a welcome sight. Excellent! The caravan's actually arrived. Wherever it is. Where do we put the trade thing? Put the trade thing here. We need the broker. We also need some goods. So let's sort by value, and apparently this is just everything. We have a lot of nice barrels. Bins, blocks. I've seen obsidian blocks selling for 20 is actually not the worst thing. Yeah, let's just grab a few blocks. That's good for sort of selling things. Oh, obsidian coffers. I forgot I had things building. I need to get the things ready here. Cut gems. Apparently they're valuing those quite highly. Oh yeah, less than that really. But yeah, no, it was. Okay, well let's grab all these cut amethysts because that's going to be a thing. Doors. Not that expensive. Logs, fine. Mechanisms. Well, we'll sell the ones that aren't obsidian because no, we don't want to sell those. Tables, thrones. Need all of those. Nest boxes are made. Pots are nice. I think we should be fine in truth. I thought these would be more expensive, but hey, they're there for dodging purposes anyway. Okay. So yes. Vampire Fortress. I mean, we could have gone into the evil area. It was definitely possible. Outpost Liaison has arrived. Merchants are unloading their goods. Excellent. Apparently we're waiting one item. Okay, we got everything there. Excellent. Okay, so valuing at about 400, but I think we can sell off most of our amethysts here because that's going to give us a good buffer to just get things done. Obsidian blocks, again, were sort of cheap things, really. And those mechanisms. So 3,236. What do we actually want? It's a good question. We need some metal, but I don't know if nickel's necessarily the way we're going to go. I'll take it because might as well. Rope. Some cages might be helpful, actually. Well, I mean, there's a rum barrel. We're taking that. There's a rum barrel. We're taking that. There's a rum barrel. We're taking that. There's a beer barrel. We'll take that as well. Barrels are always useful. Copper bucklers, some shoes. Don't need the chests really. Sweet pod seeds. I mean, never harmful to take more seeds. In truth, if we can get some plant helmet spawn, absolutely. There's a barrel that contains booze. Yes, I'll take it. You're drinking 3 barrels a day. I can handle it. I can handle it. What are we looking at here? We're doing quite a lot at the moment. Let's grab ourselves some cloth because eventually we'll want that. Eventually we'll want it. Not right now, admittingly, but still. Some bolts would be helpful if we're thinking about things. Alright, let's find some meat because we are apparently really low on that. There isn't that much here in truth, but there is duck meat. We're definitely going to take that. And then once we get a taste for duck, we're going to eat nothing but duck. But honestly, I think we might just buy out their entire meat stock here. No cave turtles. I would have liked some cave turtles. Plum helmets, so at least give us some mushrooms for things. We can try some strawberries. We can try some red spinach leaves. And some of these will be turning into wine, so absolutely, we'll take the raspberries as well. Let's see here. There are various cheeses. Kind of tempted to take everything. But we'll just take the llama cheese because there's 2 stacks of it. And a codex, which doesn't really matter. How we liquefies the barrels at all is amazing! So, we've got a few things sorted out from this. It's, again, disappointing they don't have a lot that would be massively useful for us, but again, I might as well take the cheap cages. We might as well take the barrels. We'll eventually need barrels. And even though we're building quite a lot, it's never a bad thing to have more of them. And did we miss any booze whatsoever? We missed ale. Oh, that's terrible of me. Yeah, we're taking the ale as well. Could take another pick just so we got a spare. Baconated cheese or cheesinated bacon? Pig cheese. I mean, cheese is good. I will eat cheese in almost any way it comes. I emphasize the almost for the very definite exceptions to that rule. Yeah, some lungfish. Again, we're fine. This is mostly just about making sure we got stocks until next year. And I have cheese and bacon. Make bitter melon soup as well, just because. Why not? I mean, we're losing a lot, but do we care about anything we're actually keeping? He's making 1,000 profit from us, but I think this is actually probably fine. Trade. Okay, broker no longer needed at depot, and we want to... Yeah, and we'll let them sort themselves out. Bit of melon soup, indeed. Or bitter melon, depending on how you want to actually phrase it. But I do like the idea of a bit of melon soup. So good news, we have even more stuff here. Diplomacy! Okay, there is much information to share. Make your requests of next year's caravan. Metal bars. Iron. Silver. Copper. Steel pig iron would be useful. We haven't found any thing of this. I think everything else should be fine. The main metallic ones here. Stone block. No, not blocks. We could do some actual stone, potentially. Tetrahedrite actually is a triple thing, so that's fine. Some sulfurite, cassiterite, hematite for some iron. Everything else I think should be okay. There's 7 neutral dwarfs. Neutral dwarfs. And they're going to be much happier now. We're going to have a variety of drinks. Speaking of which, we need more beer. Tiddly beer. Some training weapons, because that might actually be somewhat helpful to us in truth. Seeds. And I think that honestly might be everything. There are things we could definitely take. Some eggs, actually. Eggs are always a useful sort of thing. We'll take some duck and hen eggs. We could take some more exotic stuff as well, just because. Let's see. Giant iguana eggs, that's what we want. Yeah, you could. This is a yes/no, as far as I can see. Irons requested. That's fine. It costs us more, but they're definitely going to be there. A need for figurines is expected. Okay. We need figurines, apparently. Craft Dwarf? Apparently our Craft Dwarf has decided not to do anything for quite some time. But hey, alright, time to get some more happy thoughts in. Let's start making ourselves some bedrooms. with their 3x3 space of absolute luxury. Nope. Done. I had to cancel out of that because unfortunately the thing happened. Bed. Thank you. One there. One there. One there. Why not move the beds? Move what beds? Craft obsidian Gundam figurines. I mean, actually. Yeah, no, that actually sounds like a good plan. Let's do that. Right, we want some chests because we have these stored. We have 8 of the things, in fact. So additional happy thoughts because they're going to own these things. These aren't noble quarters per se, but they're going to feel it. And then we need cabinets. All made out of that glorious black substance that everything's made out of down here. It's going absolutely fine. Don't ask about the hole in the mountain in the volcano. Don't ask about it. It's fine. Nothing is going wrong. Everything is as intended. It's all good. Don't ask about it. It's fine. Alright, let's put some doors in place. Whoops, doors there. Do we have enough, actually? We do not at the moment, but this is a good start. No dwarf could have done that. Absolutely not. Definitely not with this pickaxe. Definitely not. Farming. Let's get a kitchen and let's get ourselves. Might as well build it out of obsidian blocks because again, it is the good stuff. And we will build ourselves a. We actually haven't really done any fishing as far as I can work out here. We'll build it anyway, just on the basis of it. Okay. Next, we need to just stockpile up here. I really wish I'd have built those these as 5x5s. I'd have had a lot better scope for this sort of thing, but hey, that's what it is. Whoops, I've already deleted that. Let's go for food, but also custom, because we want to make sure that we're not getting any seeds into this one. Drinks are probably fine. Unprepared fish will say no because we want to put that in the other one. Miscellaneous liquid. Yeah, it's probably fine. Alright, meanwhile, our miners have decided to give up on all of this area. Yeah, so the initial plan was to build a sort of channel to sort of hold this area, because obviously I want to build this under lava area so that I can actually get my magma forges online. Unfortunately, what I did initially was build a channel here. Forgot I built the channel when I built the wall, the obsidian wall to contain it, and then of course it just went out here. So, you know, not my fault at all, could have easily been overlooked. But the good news is, going into the mid-future here, we can have this long bridge, which basically they have to dodge all of the traps, which aren't going to be good killing, but they're going to make them dodge them. Indeed, I have played it a fair amount of times. Not recently, or not very recently, but it does happen. I can't get away from the guitar music, which I kind of like the odd remixes to, but I also like the fact that it's not, well, played. Maybe. Alright, add new task. Let's get some easy meals going. Easy, easy, easy. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Fine. Lavish. Do you remember the ship? I had grand plans for the ship. I had a sort of framework on how I was going to build it up. Unfortunately, I couldn't quite work out how I was starting it, but I had literally in graph paper form. I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, but sort of multiple, sort of each layer of the ship that it was going to be. It was, yeah, jeez. I was upgrading with a bucket full of pixels, absolutely. Oh dear, that would have been fun. The whole plan was it was going to initially be built on a pillar, which was going to be attached to a lever on the ship. So the last thing I could do was pull that and cause the world's biggest cave-in of the entire ship down onto this. The problem is, setting this up was going to be the worst, but it was my initial project, and I might have to revisit that at some stage when I actually have a better understanding how things work here, but, you know. Oh, dear. That opera haunts my dreams, as it should. Also, I should probably expand this dining hall, actually, shouldn't I? Furniture, tables. Badoop. 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 The fact that these are all obsidian is massively pleasing me. It won't last, unfortunately, but still. Okay. We'll put a meeting area here as well, just because I think this is fine as a meeting area. We should also, actually, let's work out how to do this. Alright, so smooth out all of the walls here. Smooth out all of the walls here. And we're going to start the long process. Well, maybe somebody will. Either that or I'll just have to look at this for the rest of the time. I'm aware of it. I think I owned X3 a long while ago, and I never really got into playing any of them, so I wouldn't eat up all my free time. It'll do that. Okay. Did we have any luck at all with the... No, because our miners aren't doing anything anymore. Some migrants have arrived. Oh, dear God, we're up to 21. Right. Need logs. Oh. Okay. The one thing I'm not, or at least, you know, it does pop up there, but it doesn't pause the game and ask me about these sorts of things, is it doesn't tell me when things happen. This is a potential problem. Alright. Let's go and chop down some trees then. You have been chosen to be sacrificed for Dwarven kind. As have you, Free. Has of you. And has of you. Okay. Okay, I'm only aware I owned X3. I guess I don't know. Yeah, Steam libraries being what they are. Yeah, sure. We also need to probably sort out our little areas at some point, but it's fine. Well, I haven't thought about X3 or any of the X series games in quite a long while, so... My assumption is I remember the one I might have played. Anyway. Let's see how much wine we have. Dwarven wine, Dwarven wine. I mean, it's fine. Can't argue with that. The lack of barrels, though, is going to hurt us until we get some wood cutting going on, so... Oh, blah, blah. I suppose I could put some things here, but that's not really doing a lot. We have one slightly unhappy dwarf. Why are you unhappy? Where are you sleeping? In the dormitory. But this dormitory's looking... Oh dear God, why is everybody engraving? Is it just, I have no job, therefore I engrave? Okay, let's do one thing, because this should actually help out with the forts here. Accept, and then we can allocate that to... No, it was Inod. Well, we got additional ones. We can just sort this out. Bedroom. Assign to. Inod. Nope. God damn it. You moved. Inod. There we go. It's all good. Yeah, I'm hoping the engraving isn't fixed. I don't mind the smoothing out so much. The smoothing out is just the pre-step, but we've got to get some stories on. I also got to see how it looks in this mode, actually, but... Okay, let's go for some initial artwork. This is a dormitory, so we don't care too much if this goes wrong. But I do care that we get some good stories on the walls. Also, on the Happy Fort side of things, we are getting now some stuff here. I should actually... Stocks. Yeah, thank you. Where do we... Information, justice, objects. Yeah, I have to worry about that now. I probably actually am at the point where I need to start worrying about some actual roles. Most leaving soon. Aegon, I don't want to accuse you of anything, but what did you do? So, there's a magma crab somewhere. And it's been fighting some of our horses. Unfortunately, I can't see the magma crab. And because I can't see that, I can't even tell whether or not it's actually still alive or not. The only thing I know is that one of our donkeys is in the lava. So that's a thing. The good news is the trade post is made of obsidian, so it's going to survive. But... Connor, that is so bad, I don't necessarily want it... Yeah, okay, somebody else approved that message. That was so bad, I almost didn't want to approve it. Somebody's had a moment. I think somebody might have tried to fight something here. It's fine. Most of the things at this were obsidian blocks, and actually, apparently, they've survived. Maybe. Honestly, I think they might have killed the end. Yeah. Okay. I got for that. It was funny, but you know, Aegon's the one who makes the bad jokes here. Okay. So I don't need barrows. I need to actually reclaim things. Where's the reclamation bar? So I can make individual things. Yeah, because I can reclaim these things, which would be fun, and we definitely want to do. But I don't know at this point. Oh, I get it. Traffic areas. This object is showing somewhere. So yeah, that's fine if they're showing where, but I do want to make sure we actually are sort of properly claiming everything at this point. I imagine that the double X items are just ruined. This object is mangled. Sounds about right. Okay, well, I mean, that's fine. But we gained some weapons out of this, so it's not all that bad. Not all that bad at all. Maybe. I am a monster for mangling strawberries, but you know. Sometimes these things happen. Okay. Let's make sure that we have everything sort of clicked out of this. Interrupted by a great horned owl. Dangerous terrain. There's stuff going on. And I'm really not paying that much attention to it. Can you still use them? We're about to find out, I guess. Oh, fishery's actually done something. Prepare raw fish. Repeat. See if we got any. We might not. Speaking of which, let's go and get ourselves that stockpile thing there. Stockpile that and accept and food custom mostly fish. All fish, all unprepared fish. How are we going to make our strawberry daiquiris now? It just isn't going to happen. I'm sorry. I have failed you. That was a thing. Stoneworker cancels make rock door taken by mood. The mysterious construction has begun. Why are they so fixated on these baubles? Satisfied at work, euphoric, and things. Okay. Well, now we're going to work out what he actually wants, and then do we have it? Okay. Well, he's muttering that, but he's not actually stopping the construction of things, so that's fine. No, if he's going to take him by a strange mood, what it means is he wants to make something a legendary artifact. He's possessed by the dwarven gods or whatever, and must make this artifact. Alert. Our brewer has been missing for a week. They're usually alright as long as you've got everything. Did you check the bottom of the barrel? I have no idea. But if beer could kill a dwarf, then we'd have heard about it by now. More beer must be the answer. Alright, so new stockpile. Yeah, we are going to have to make something, though, for that purpose, because that is going to cause us problems if we don't do that soon. So we want to say none. We want to make sure we got seeds. Actually, not seeds necessarily. Yep, all drinks, all plants, and where would we find the things? Presumably finished goods. Nope, furniture. Or am I just being blind again? It is very possible I'm blind. Well, I mean, I don't need to necessarily worry about it. Oh dear. As long as you're snowballing, it's a good thing, nothing to worry about. Yeah, exactly. No. If we're snowballing, it's fine. This is definitely a more sort of practice, get myself used to this again. I didn't find the barrels, though. It doesn't matter too much, but... there's a lot. I mean, to be fair, I would like the game to pause when things like this happen, which it doesn't do currently. There probably is a way to set that up, but... maybe. But I'm not going to worry about it for right now. It's just something I have to be aware of, that things will happen and I won't know about it. He's muttering, but that doesn't help us at this point. We have created the obsidian bed! Everything is good! Everything is great! We have created an obsidian bed! Hold on. This must now get a place of honor. No, we don't want a peasant room for this. We need to actually build the proper noble quarter now. Plus, of course, additional noble quarter. Plus, of course, additional noble quarter. All of these are going to be his. But, we need the bed of kings! Oh! Okay. Stories are being crafted. I also need to reset the workshop to do things, but, you know, that's less important than this. We have a detailed obsidian wall. Superbly designed image of Bodril, the suffering, of the adventures of the obsidian bed! The obsidian bed has already made it into our stories! Excellent! Well, that is highlight of stream achieved. I mean, I'm going to wait till we get it in place, but the first engraving is of that story. I don't like that we got a lot of other people doing this, but it's fine. So what? This is only the dormitory. And look, we now have 2 ecstatic people! Oh yeah, no, he's now legendary at, presumably masonry, but you can't make beds out of these normally, so goodness knows. Table, throne. I'm just going to reset this back up so I don't remember to do it later. Coffer, door. Do independent rooms make the way for baby dwarves? No, they can have young dwarves appear through various methods, and you know they actually share a bed. I think actually. So I think if we look at the does it show me the thing for this? This, for example, yeah, there's a shared bed between these two. So yeah. Speaking of which, I should probably set more of these up because you know that's one way to gain some free happiness. Sure, you can have that extra space even though it doesn't really matter. Bedroom. Okay. Bedroom, accept. I need to assign these to people, but I'll do that in a moment. Accept. Did the wrong thing. I've eaten the bacon and the cheese and the bread. Okay. Good news. Thank you. Okay, let's assign this to... Actually, no, let's not assign that to the expedition lead. Let's assign that to the broker. Let's assign this to the mechanic. Assign that to a stonecrafter. Assign this to the metalsmith. Assign this to... Miner's already got that. Stoneworker. And... Okay. They will eventually. It can generate negative thoughts. It doesn't. It's not a high priority though. Usually, they just it lowers the aesthetics of the room. But if they admire fine things in that room, you can normally get away with it. Anyway, let us place the bed. Let us place the door. Oh. And then let's see how much this is worth, because that's going to affect things. My room is starting with all this useless junk. Ooh, yeah, annoyed at the clutter, ecstatic by by sleeping in a ridiculously good bed. And this bed will belong to our expedition leader. It is a value of 2,000, so it's not actually the most expensive thing we could have got there. Obsidian does give a value multiplier, as I recall, but yeah, it's cross dwarf ship was of the highest quality, entrusted with round obsidian gemstones as well. So basically, it's obsidian and obsidian. Perfect. Taboo monster, most of red died. Had a good meal, had a good meal. So overall, good day. Actually, that's kind of how dwarves go. So let's just grab you, for example. I finished up some work. I'm very satisfied. So satisfied at work, satisfied upon improving mining, euphoric due to inebriation, satisfied yelling at somebody in charge, satisfied while crying on somebody in charge, dejected after being unable to pray, dejected after being able to pray, content after eating a good meal, content after being in a good dining room, dejected dwelling upon being able to pray. Yeah, so various bits and pieces. Thank you, Cairo. Yeah, basically everything gives them positive and negative thoughts, and things can spiral. But, you know, that's a fun thing. Because this game is entirely fun. Alright, I'm going to call the stream there. Thanks for joining me, guys. I unfortunately have work tomorrow, so I can't do this longer than I would. But we'll probably be back to Dwarf Fortressing at some point. I will catch people another time.